My name is Hudnall, and I'm the owner of Field Proven Calls. You know, one of my favorite places is right here on the Ohio River. Basically, I grew up hunting this river. As a matter of fact, about 10 miles downriver is one of my favorite places to hunt in the world, and I just love coming down here and practicing. What I want to do today is talk a little bit about the types of goose calls that are on the market and the different styles of goose calls. Two different calls that we carry at Field Proven Calls is the Aftershock and the Adrenaline. As you can see, the Aftershock is a lot longer than the Adrenaline. The reason for this is because the Aftershock is designed to be very deep in tone and hollow. Some of the situations that I like to use the Aftershock is, you know, a lot of times hunting on water or hunting in a field where there's a lot of trees around. Basically, it's areas where you don't want to call just too loud or too sharp. The Aftershock is also a great call because it's very deep and hollow, which is easy to learn on. And the Aftershock, you actually blow the call close-handed. And this is a great call for guys that might blow a flute and they're wanting to make the transition to a short reed, because your mechanics with your hands are going to be identical to blowing a flute, but you're going to use mouth mechanics that you would use on a short reed. Plus, it comes with an instructional DVD that helps you make that transition. The Aftershock is also a great goose call for guys that are looking for a call that is just basically very deep and hollow on the low end, or they might have trouble getting a low end out of a goose call, because one of the hardest sounds to get out of a short reed goose call is that low, deep, hollow tone. And the good thing about the Aftershock is it's already built into the call. I'll give you a little example of what the Aftershock sounds like. Man, I love that deep tone that call makes. Now, the other style of goose call we make is called the Adrenaline. These are two completely different styles of calls for different applications. The Adrenaline is actually an advanced style short reed goose call. I designed this call originally for contest calling, but it's also a great hunting field call. The Adrenaline comes standard with our Mark II semi-worn gut system. With the Mark II semi-worn gut system, it allows the call to be very rich in tone and sharp, and it allows the call and the goose caller to execute complicated sound combinations, whether it be for contest or in the field. Give you an example of the Adrenaline. The Adrenaline was actually the very first short reed goose call that we prototyped, and we cut our teeth this fall prototyping this call on the river. Hunting large river systems like the Ohio River that we're on right now is one of my favorite places to hunt, because you get so many different circumstances that require different types of techniques. For example, if you look, you've got the Indiana side that is right behind us, and you have tall hills and you know, tall banks. If it was very calm out here, you would want a softer call, you know, much like the Aftershock. But then a lot of times we get 25, 35 mile an hour winds, and we got whitecaps rolling out here, and you need a call that's basically going to cut through that wind to where you can call at geese that are, you know, a couple miles away, and then as they get closer, you can finish them off with a lot deeper, hollower call. So two calls that I always like to keep on my lanyard is one that's very sharp and high pitched, for those strong wind days, and then on the calm days where you know you don't want a lot of volume, you just want nothing but pure, realistic goose.